Hey, this is Charles from Infospike.com, and I want to go over the top 10 work from home side hustles. And a lot of these you could actually find in places like, let's say, Upwork.com, Craigslist, Fiverr.com. So let's go ahead and discuss what types of tasks these are, what you can do pretty much anywhere. It doesn't even have to be from your home. You could even do it from another country if you want. So the first one is freelance writing. This has changed a lot in recent years, especially with the advent of AI for regular users, such as ChatGPT and many others. So this one, I could say that prior to 2023, the end of 2023, things were actually kind of transitioning. I could see that people were trying to figure out ways to create income, and they found out that AI was actually taking over. And so you want to actually figure out a way to utilize AI. And also, you have to be aware of detection. There's something called AI detection. So if you choose this path of using freelance writing, then try to use AI to your advantage, because I would say the vast majority of people are using AI. And if you hate it, then you have to just pretty much use more time, because even though I've met a lot of people that are not really into AI, they realize that it could be used as a tool to be more productive. So I'm not saying use AI to write all the content for you, but just keep that in mind. Second one is a virtual assistant. One of the things you have to be careful about this, being a virtual assistant, is that you want to look for places that are able to pay you top-notch dollars. And you want to be able to sell yourself and make sure that you differentiate yourself from all the other countries that you are competing against. There are a lot of offshore resources that are charging like a tiny fraction of what people are charging here, especially if you are watching this from the United States. And I'm here in Silicon Valley, so being a virtual assistant, it can be very lucrative if you are tapping into the right audiences that are willing to pay for your services. But at the same time, you have to be able to sell your services and differentiate yourself, making sure that people know that you are from the US. Let's say English is your native language, and you can actually do a better job than many of these people that you're competing against. Online tutoring, just like the other resources, I could say that one of the things that you want to tap into are resources in your local area. That's what I would recommend, because you could actually earn more if you are actually able to build that relationship. Like, let's say that you are advertising online, advertising your services. Even if you're using classified ads online and tapping into your local market, and if you live here in the United States, you can be in a position where you can sell yourself at a higher rate for your online tutoring services. Some people will actually create a website, build up their authority, use social media, use even advertising to promote those services. And then next part is graphic design. One of the biggest things, just like freelancing, is that graphic design is being highly impacted by AI. However, if you are able to build up that influence, you are able to build up your audience, especially through social media, and carve out your niche, I would say that it can be still lucrative, because there are a lot of people, especially businesses, that don't have that skill set, even to generate images using AI, whether you're going into, like, let's say Midjourney is a tool that a lot of people have been using, or Stability, Stable Diffusion. These are very well-known tools. Nowadays, you could even go to Google. You could use something called Google Gemini, or something called Bing Create, Microsoft Designer. These offer the ability to generate images. I can't say that these tools are perfect, but again, you could utilize them to be more productive in providing your services. Web development is another one I have tapped into in the past. And the more you're able to build a relationship in person or through the phone, through Zoom, the more that you can actually see people, especially eye to eye, even virtually, the more you'll be able to sell your services at a higher amount. So, for example, for me, I was able to build up relationships virtually, and then I was able to work with a company that actually is public. They actually have their stocks in an Asian country, a country that I have only gone to once, but just for fun. And I was able to build up that relationship enough to be able to provide them with website services that were, I'll say, in the 5-figure range. So being able to do that, it takes time to build up that relationship, but it can happen. If you decide to go to places like Upwork, decide to go to Fiverr.com, then you'll be competing with a lot of people that are charging, pretty much they're lowballing the prices. And one of the things I should have mentioned earlier, if you do decide to use these platforms, if you're just starting out, people will lowball just to get very good reviews, and that's just a business strategy. You can go ahead and lowball, get a lot of customers to say a lot of great things about you if you do an awesome job for them. And then that status with all the positive reviews can allow you to then charge higher rate in the future. So that's an option. Transcription services, that can be available. People will either go for the automated approach or they will go for the human approach. And I would say that when there are services that are very sensitive, then most likely the customers, the businesses will want to use a human transcriber, a human transcription service. So especially if there are words that can be very political, very sensitive, something that can create a legal issue, that's when that transcription service will most likely be used. Otherwise, there are many other services out there that can actually transcribe. I think there's one called Rev. I haven't used it in many years. There are other services where people can just record something to an MP3 and upload it and get a web service using AI again to transcribe it very easily. So the lesson here is transcription services, if you do have a niche market that is very sensitive to legal issues or political issues with their content, try to find out which markets those are to get higher prices. Online consulting. This is very broad. Online consulting can be many things. There are people that do life coaching, business coaching, but if you're focused on, like, let's say, building up a large consulting business, people have been able to do that virtually and even bring in 6-7+ figures, even 8 figures plus, providing coaching and consulting services. So all that is providing a service that you can actually provide a lot of value, and that could be, like, let's say, through an audit. It could be a review of their current situation and help them transform into a future state that meets their goals, their objectives. And just to give you an idea, with a coaching service that provides an audit for large businesses, these audits, they could be, like, let's say, 100-page report, but with a lot of graphics to take up a lot of space. But these services, they can actually be worth like $50,000 to $100,000+ just for this report, reviewing their company processes and helping them improve. So a lot of money to be made. Selling products on Etsy or other marketplaces. So other marketplaces besides Etsy, you could think about, like, whether it's auction places like eBay. It could be like even online course places like Udemy, udemy.com. So a lot of different places where you're able to leverage other platforms to sell your products, whether those are digital or tangible. That's an option. And the great thing about this is that you don't have to be an extreme expert in marketing, but you can still sell your products, because those marketplaces have their existing audiences, and those audiences could be millions and millions of people. So that is an avenue. It's very lucrative. It just depends if you want to deal with fulfillment, if you want to deal with inventory. I've taken that route in the past where I actually had nutritional supplements. I was selling nutritional supplements out of my own home, and then packaging those up and putting them in boxes or whatever and taking those to the post office. Nowadays, I just feel like that takes a lot of time. And if you start making a lot of money, then you could start using fulfillment services. Or if you're willing to pay the fee, that is an option where the company will actually warehouse the products for you and ship them for you. So that is an option later down the road if you can actually afford to do so, if you have enough customers to do so. Social media management, that's actually a very big digital nomad kind of thing, side hustle, where I see tons of people getting into this because it's very lucrative. And back in the day before social media, I was involved in marketing services, online marketing services. That was mostly like, let's say, something called pay-per-click and search engine optimization. Worked for this marketing agency that pretty much served like well over 2,000 businesses across the United States. But the difference nowadays with social media management is that you could use it not just to bring in traffic. Some people just want to get it to improve their branding, their company brand. And so there's a lot of different ways to go at it. Some people are just okay outsourcing the service to create social media posts every day. And some others are trying to use it for special product launches. There's different ways to go about it. But if you are into marketing, I would say that social media management would be my personal kind of pick if I was going into like digital marketing. I just think that there's just so much out there in social media. There are always new platforms, and it's also an alternative to like dealing with the Google algorithm. A lot of people have been just sick and tired of things changing in Google when it comes to the algorithm. But at the same time, Google does that because they're trying to reduce spam. They're trying to provide more value to their users. So I can understand, there's both sides of that argument, but social media management is actually a very, very lucrative side hustle that you can do just from anywhere. A lot of digital nomads do it in other parts of the world. Last thing is affiliate marketing. This has been my long-time pick, and it's been something that I've been doing since the late 90s. I think it was something like maybe 1998, 1999, around that time. And it's something where you promote other people's products. Back when I first started, I was actually promoting entertainment items like digital movies. When the DVD market was getting big, I started off with something actually before DVDs called VCDs, and then there's Laserdisc and stuff like that. I'm kind of aging myself. But then DVDs hit, and I was able to promote coupons and all that stuff. That's how I got started, and then did a whole bunch of stuff after that. I lost count of how many niches I've tapped into. Just about almost any major niche that you could think of, I've been involved in. But affiliate marketing, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Some people want to just focus on like Amazon and promote Amazon products, tangible goods. For me, I like to promote a lot of high margin goods, such as like, let's say, supplements. That's something that I've done in the past. But nowadays, I think I just want to focus on helping people learn how to actually create freedom, a better lifestyle, have freedom for time and location and financial freedom. So that's my personal thing. That's my niche. So if you want to learn more about how to actually build up your side hustle, especially in the affiliate marketing realm, make sure that you check out the description below, and I'll provide a link where you could find out and learn more about how to actually take advantage of the latest technologies and allow those technologies to help automate your business so you could be more productive and focus on the things that you want to focus on, and then build your business from there. This is Charles from InfoSpike. Thanks for watching.